Hey, welcome to DVM Outdoors. So it's the end of September right now, and that makes tomorrow, October 1st, the opener bow season in Michigan. I have been waiting for this day for a long time. I am stoked. The weather this weekend is going to be fantastic. Well, fantastic for humans anyway. I don't know if it's going to make the deer move or it's going to make them lazy or not, but it's going to be all sun. It's gonna be about 40 in the morning, getting up to about 60 in the afternoon. So we'll see what happens. I did go back and I checked the trail cams. I'm a bit disappointed, a couple of different reasons. The first trail cam, the one in the funnel that I was the most excited about, didn't pick anything up. I think that might have been because of the way I mounted it. I don't think I tipped it down enough because I hung it really high. We ended up moving it to the other side of the funnel by the pond, kind of facing the road, and put it down just at deer level then. The trail cam on the other side of the pond, it picked up a couple small bucks, which was nice and encouraging. Nothing huge, nothing to write home about, but still nice to see them. Picked up a lot of doe, so that's good. The deer are in that area and they traverse that area. We redid our stands, or I shouldn't say redid them. We just checked them. We made sure everything was good. We actually did do a lot of work on Kevin's rifle stand, and by we, I mean they did. I didn't do any of it. I had two little helpers with me. I had my daughters with me, so we walked around the farm and we checked all the other stands, made sure they were still good, cleaned them up a little bit, and we hung my new set while Dad and Kevin and my nephew Isaac worked on Kevin's rifle box. That was a good weekend. We did end up going back up the very next weekend, so I checked the trail cams again, and this time there were definitely deer at the new spot in the funnel. One small buck might have been one of the same ones I saw in the other trail cam the week before, but a few doe, so at least got activity there. And then the other trail cam just picked up a couple doe, nothing major. I ended up moving that one though to the tree right in front of my ladder stand, so that's facing the field, and that's just going to give me an idea of what's been going through there on a regular basis. The deer that the new spot did pick up, they were all in the afternoon, like 2 p.m. and later. So I think my plan, at least for tomorrow, is going to be to sit the ladder stand on the field in the morning, and then I'm going to go and sit the new set in the evening. So that's the plan right now. We'll see how the day pans out and see what happens, and if I change my mind on that. But yeah, right now, heading up to deer camp. We're gonna do the traditional night before dinner at the tavern just down the road from camp, and we're gonna hit the woods hard, or well, quiet. We're gonna sit in the woods quiet. Yeah. All right, stay tuned. It's gonna be an awesome weekend. Well, it's opening morning, October 1st here in Michigan, and some decent sign already. Had that mature doe and her two twins come right up to the stand. And then I had, it looked like maybe a 4-point or a real little 6, couldn't tell, and then I think a spike. They came to about 50 yards or so.
So good sign so far this morning, I guess. Really looking forward to this year. I think it's my year. I haven't had venison in the freezer in 2 years, so I'm not going to be picky either. I'm going to try and wait for at least 6 points. But if a big 4 or something comes through, I'll take it. And if I can't get that before the end of the season, I'm going to take a doe. I just want venison in the freezer. That got me shaking. That was a decent 8. That was a really nice 8. It came out the same time I had a little 8 across the field from me. Okay, it's lunchtime. We're all gonna get down. We're gonna head back to the camper, relax for a little bit. I'm gonna get some of this footage uploaded to my laptop, free up some space on the cards. I'm gonna get some batteries charged while I get recharged. It's been a good morning. I'm excited for this evening. So it's about 3:30 opening day. I'm in my new set. It didn't sink in until just now how close this is gonna have to be. My longest conceivable shot here is about 20 yards. I don't even think I'm gonna see them coming before they're in view already. So filming this, getting ready for the shot, I mean, this is gonna get tricky. But check the trail cams over the week, or over the lunch break. There are some nice deer that are running through here, so I'm excited. We got a 10-point that we've seen here, and we've seen it out in front of my ladder stand on the field. We saw a couple, I think a 6-point here, or an 8-point, a 5-point, looked like a wonky 5, like 3 or 4 on one side and just a spike on the other. Yeah, there's a couple bucks around here, and I'm not gonna hesitate to shoot any of them. So stay tuned. I'm hoping we get a shot tonight. It's October 2nd, day 2 of 2022 bow season. I'm sitting in the ladder stand on the field again. It's about 8:30, and I've only seen a doe and a fawn so far. I think maybe they're just being active at night because it's been really clear the last couple days and nights. The moon has been less than half, but you know, with clear skies, they like to be out a little bit more. So I guess we're just gonna keep sitting and waiting and see what happens. Couple of big does down there, it looks like. It's about 9 o'clock now. Just saw those does down at the other end of the field. It's the first time I have seen deer since first light. A little unusual for the spot. It's really windy today, though. I'm wondering if the wind is kind of suppressing them a little. Not sure how deer react to heavier winds. Maybe they don't like being out in it because they can't smell. They can't keep their smell accurate. I don't know. It's the only thing I can think of, though, because it's a gorgeous day and it's chilly. Wind is really chilly. There she is. Just a doe. But this is really bringing to light where she came out. That big 8-point yesterday came out around that same area. The deer I shot at and hit very poorly last year came out in that same area. I'm wondering if putting a stand in that area would work. I don't like where my new stand is at. It's very close quarters. My longest shot is about 20 yards, and I'm not going to know they're there till they're there. If I'm being honest, it's kind of a stressful spot, because I'm trying to get good footage too. But it's going to be hard to get the bow ready, turn the cameras on, get all that done when they're within 20 yards. So maybe there's an idea there to move that set over to this spot here. Okay, so it is the afternoon of day 2 right now. It's October 2nd. During lunch, Dad and I called an audible. We decided to move my main tree stand. The original idea was to move my new one that I just set up to a different spot, but we wanted to put it next to a trail that comes out of the woods behind me. We couldn't find a good enough spot to do that. There wasn't a good enough tree. We would have had to have put it further in the woods, and then that would have eliminated any possibility of shooting the field. So we decided to move my main ladder stand. We moved it 20 yards to the east. No, west. But I'm 30 yards from that trail that I've been seeing deer come out on, and I can still shoot the field. So I think it's going to be a really, really good spot. I hope. Fingers crossed. Okay, so I'm in the new spot now. This new spot is actually only about 20 yards from my old spot. We moved it here because a lot of the deer I generally see tend to gravitate towards this direction. Granted, a lot of them are down at the other end of the field, but I don't want to sit down there because there's really no good place to, so it'd have to be a ground blind. I don't want to be in the ground blind. But there's a trail right through here, about 25 yards out. There's a trail that I've been seeing more and more deer use. The big 8-point from yesterday, he came out on that trail. So Dad came over on lunch and we looked around and we decided this tree right here. I can still shoot the field. I can shoot that trail. And I actually have a little bit more visibility, so it's almost kind of a no-brainer, really. So I'm hoping that this will be kind of my new mainstay, my new place to go. My new set over in the pines and behind the pines there, and the tall pines, I think I'm going to move that one. The more and more I think about it, I mean, we got a few bucks on camera, but I think that spot's just hit or miss, and I think I'd have to sit it every single day, all day. And I don't want to do that. I like variety. Plus that, like I said before, it kind of stresses me out a little bit. Really close. It'd be really hard to film and get ready for a shot there too, so I like this spot here. We're going to sit this spot and keep sitting this spot until I find a place to move that other set to, and then maybe we'll go back to 2 spots. So I don't know if you can hear that, but that's the neighbor out brush hogging trails on his property right now. I mean, it's farm country. Deer are used to farming equipment, but I don't think that bodes well for deer coming from that direction tonight. First deer I've seen all night. Well, it's almost time to call it. Light's almost faded. Camera can barely see certain directions. First weekend in the books. Not bad. Yesterday was good. Today was slow. But it's only opening weekend, and it only gets better from here. End of October, beginning of November is when they really start moving. So, got a couple weeks yet, but I'm excited. We're gonna do this. I feel it. This is my year.